Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Let we discuss about double trouble differentiating identical twins by face recognition. Endogeneity of between twins schooling variations is strongly suggested by the extensive literature documenting that the between twins difference in birth weight is correlated with the between twins differences in both schooling is IQ. We conclude that twins based estimation is vulnerable to the same sort of inconsistency that Africa's conventional cross-sectional estimation. The most common such strategy has been to apply the least squares to the regression of a log wage rate on years of schooling and some control variables with the sample from the general population survey such as decimal constants. This current population survey or panel study of income dynamics, we therefore disagree with the proposition that the new twins-based studies have solved the return to schooling literature's chronic identification problem. All matches, however, saw degradation in performance compared to one experiment where the ability to distinguish the unrelated persons was successful. In particular, lighting and expression seemed to have affected performance the most. The most significant variables that can affect the recognition system seems to the expressions and lighting. By using marks on the faces recognition features, however, the variables would be less noticeable. The glasses would not be as much of a problem either, since of eye area is masked. This is the flow of our process. Our process is followed by this flow. In this flow, we have to take the twin faces to identification of twins and future extraction, classification, and cancellation of image, etc. First of all, I take the input image as twins with the user face. The user face is detected by the algorithms of LBB and Gabor. The LBB Gabor is a powerful technique to identifying extract the features for identifying the twins. Next step we have to identification of twins is which dataset is matched. This step is accurately give the perfect match of input image is when which is set of perfect match. The next step we have to extract the features. The features to be extracted from the algorithms of named as LBB and Gabor. LBB is a local binary pattern and Gabor is one of the powerful technique to filter the 12 levels of features. The feature is used to classify the twins, the two perfect match of the input in that dataset and that in that twin set. The final process is that the cancellation of image. If the input image is not matched in the process of the features of an extraction, is finally the given image is to the step of cancellation of image. This flow is very useful to identify the twins in that dataset. First of all, we have to detect the input image in which dataset, and then final process is that the input image is in that what person you give an input in that dataset. Now this is the flow of our process double trouble differentiating between identification phases. In this phase we have to follow the flow of the user. First of all we have to the user face test twins. Next step is face detection, and another step is identification of twins in which dataset, and another step is given input image is which person of that twin set. The final process is cancellation of image. If input image is not that in the dataset, the final process of cancellation is to be executed. And then first of all we have to the input image in user face. In the user face we given images the could be accessed to the pre-processing technique. The pre-processing is one of the which helps to the prepare the images of proposed work. In this process, we input image to be pre-processed such as grayscaled, filtered, and then enhanced for the feature extraction process. Then the feature value is extracted from the input face. It extract the corresponding features in the face of the input image. And then the identification of twins is for the feature extractions to be executed. The feature extraction will help to authentication process by reducing the complexity of classification work. The feature extraction converts the image from matrix to vector by exact the feature information of the image. In our proposed work, we use the two types of feature extraction process. They are local binary pattern (LBP) and the gather feature uses important models in the process to compare those selected set of the compared from the existing data set. This is a powerful the flow of the process to identification of twins. The final classification, the MLTSVM classification should be used in the process of classification technique. The final, and then if a given image is not in the data set, the final process of cancellation image should be executed. This is a MATLAB main window. In that main window, we have to select the current folder for executing our input file to run a double differentiating twins face identification process. And that the important thing is that this is a command window. That command window that we have to execute all coding in our project. This is the workspace. Whenever you have use any variables and functions in our process that has been stored in that place of workspace. This is nothing but the command history. The command history is a history of using keywords, variables and values in our command window. Now we start to run the process. This is the current folder. In that current folder we have to select the GUI main.m, right click that file, then click the run button. This is the first window of our process. In that process we have to take some pre-processing and getting input techniques. Click the browse button. This is the two folders. Now we have to take the input from test data and execute the output image from dataset. Select the test data folder. This is the input files. In the this input file from we had take to the one image. There's a twins as a different sets. I take that image. Click the first button. The first button is used to crop our face for detection of our process double trouble. Then click the gray button. This is the gray image of our process, image input image. Click the filter button. This is the filtered image. This is the enhanced. Click the enhance button. This is the enhanced image of our process. After it is these techniques are pre-processing processes of our input image. Click the next button. This is the second window of our process. We have to calculate the LBB and gather features for input face as a enhanced image. In that enhanced image we have to extract the features for two algorithms called LBB and gather. Click the LBB button. This is the picture representation of LBB. Those are values for LBB calculation. This is a feature extraction of our process. Click the gather button. This is the gather values, and then combine the values of LBB and gather. This is the combined features of our process. This is the test feature of our process. Then click the match dataset. After clicking the matched dataset, we have to display the output is with the input image in which dataset is available, and then this is the first final output of our process. The second final output is click the next button. Then after clicking the next button, we have to display for accuracy and final output. Click the matched person. This is the representation for which image I give the input for our process. Click thank you. This is the input from image successfully retrieved from the feature values. Click the performance button. The performance button is notify the accuracy, sensitivity and specificity of classification used in our process named as multi-SVM classification. Click the out button. Now we have to conclude our process. we have to using the twins images to be the trouble process to identify the twins successfully, and also the which person is to be give the input or process using LBB and gave algorithm. The both algorithm is a very powerful technique to using the double differentiating the twins identification process. Thank you.